Welcome in, Shred Squad. Can you hear me? Can you see me? We are live across channels. We're ready to get this party started. Let me know where you are tuning in from. If you are over on Pump Fun, drop a comment for me. Drop a GM in the chat. You are watching over on Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. Drop a comment. Let me know where you're at. Let me know you can hear me okay. We are doing things with our setup, and we are broadcasting across multiple platforms. We're here daily, Monday to Friday. I'm changing the time of the stream 2 hours earlier than usual. Actually, today is an hour earlier than my usual time, and I see more of you on here, assuming it's a good time. So I'm going to do a 2 hour earlier stream from tomorrow. It works better for me, and hopefully more of you can join live. If not, hopefully you can catch this on the replay over on any of your preferred platform. Right now, we are streaming live on X. We are live on, it's not giving it the right title, the Sleep Stack. YouTube, Pump, and Twitch. So I'm a bit disappointed because on Pump, we didn't get any good recordings, any clips from the last two streams. We only got 2 minutes of content, so it's a shame because I drop a lot of value and things I say that don't get recorded. So if you want a full stream, it is over on the X handle at Shredcoin, and I'm just doing a few quick tweaks because the title didn't update over on X, and I have a little bit of like an OCD to make sure things align, things look good. Yeah, so I want to quickly edit that as well. The Sleep Stack. It's a bit weird seeing me watching myself back, but I want to get this right before we get started. All right, so today we're talking about sleep, this Wellness Wednesday, a topic that you might not even really care about much, but a topic that we must talk about. It's not saving. The Sleep Stack. So if you're watching live, drop me a GM, drop me a hello, and just let me know where you're tuning in from. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me, see me, and all the rest of it. All right, yeah, just making sure all the platforms are streaming good before we jump in today. And that's been my commitment, to commit to a 30-day go live plan. And even if not many people join, we are still talking as if a bunch of you are here, and I'm making sure that I deliver value because I know many of you might watch this back on the replay and find some nuggets of wisdom that help you in your fitness journey. So if you are watching this back on YouTube, on Twitch, on X, or on Pump, hopefully you take something away from these streams that help your fitness journey. And if you want to become a part of this community, there's plenty of ways to do that. To start with, just go and follow at Shrine on your favorite platform. Repost, retweet, comment, just the word. We're building the first fitness culture coin here. And my commitment to you is to share my 20 plus years of fitness and my experience, both becoming a professional natural bodybuilder, winning multiple titles as a physique athlete, and living this life for 20 years. So my commitment is to show up, answer your questions, support you on your journey, on your fitness struggles, challenges, and hopefully give you something to take away that helps you become fitter, stronger, more shredded, and just feel good every single day. I think that's the most valuable thing, is just feeling great when you wake up, having energy, having drive, feeling motivated, and just going through your day delivering the best version of you. And we can only do that once we have given ourselves the tools, the nutrients, the rest, the recovery. We can only really do that once we've done all of these things for ourselves. And so today we're talking about sleep and the sleep stack that will help you feel amazing in the morning and as you go through the day. More often than not, you might find there are times that you feel like crap, you feel tired, you feel heavy, you feel moody, you're not as focused. And all of these are just symptoms that you might feel during the day when really there is a root cause to the problem. And it's not necessarily your diet, it might not be your training. A lot of the time it is sleep. Sleep deprivation is one of the worst things you can experience. We can go days without food. We can go weeks even without food. Go days without water, but we cannot survive without sleep. Sleep is one of the most critical things to our survival, to our health, to our hormone regulation, to our energy. And so when we neglect sleep, very quickly our body gives us those warning signs, those signals that something is off here. And so a lot of the time people don't really think of sleep as this important part of their health, their well-being, their hormones, their energy, but is if not the most overlooked and underrated component of your health. And it costs nothing. It doesn't cost a single penny, percent, or a dime. It just takes discipline and routine so that you get the adequate sleep that your body needs in order to recover, to revive, and to function optimally and as a high performer in the following day. And so I really urge you to start to prioritize your sleep. Around 7 to 8 hours is the optimal amount, 8 being an ideal amount of sleep. As you start getting less sleep, 4 or 5 hours, your body will start shutting down. It will stop providing you with the energy, the clarity, the focus in the day. And you'll start wondering why you feel like crap. You'll start wondering why it's hard to lose fat, why it's hard to build muscle. And it's because the night when we sleep, our body regenerates all those vital hormones and organs in our body. And so the longer we go without getting deep sleep, the longer we are preventing our body from regenerating all of these critical cells that allow us to function on a deep cellular level. So regardless of how good your nutrition might be, your training might be, if you aren't getting sleep and you are not having quality sleep consistently, everything else can fall apart very easily. And you know this because of how you might feel, because of your mood, because the day-to-day focus that you have on the task that you need to get done. Now, sleep's when the sun goes down. Your sleep routine is best once you are in line with these circadian rhythm. That's when the sun goes down and when the sun rises. And the closer we can get into the rhythm of the sun setting and sun rising and shutting down and sleeping at night and waking up during the sunrise, the better our body gets into it to provide us with everything that we need. And the moment you start falling out of that rhythm, going to bed past midnight, waking up in the middle of the day, that's when you start to feel the symptoms of poor sleep. And I know this well because I've experienced this. back in 22, I was heavily involved in the NFT market, buying, minting, trading NFTs. And typically, the time zone that I was on meant I was going to bed at 2, 3 a.m., sometimes 4 a.m., waking up at 11 or 12 the next day. And I went through this period of just feeling like crap. I felt tired every day. My training was crap. I struggled to lose fat. I struggled to build muscle. I struggled to focus. I was just in this constant anxiety state because I was chasing the market. I was playing and getting involved. But the one fundamental piece that made me feel this way was my sleep routine was completely all over the place. And I wasn't sleeping and waking with my circadian rhythm. I was just forcing my body to be up at times that didn't want to be up and wake up at times that didn't feel right. And it sent me into a spiral of eating crap, of feeling like crap, of making crappy decisions, and just not moving forward in as the person I felt like I wanted to be. And it wasn't until I stepped back a couple of years later and started to assess my routine, how I wanted to feel, how I wanted to show up, that I started to really assess and try to understand what was going wrong. Because for the most part, I was eating well, I was training well, but these things started to fall apart. And it wasn't because of what I was doing, it's because I wasn't making my sleep a priority. And so there are a few things that you can do in the evening to allow your body to wind down, to shut down, and get into that deep quality sleep. One of which is stepping away from your phone. Around half an hour before bed, if you can, put your phone to the side and just allow your mind to relax, to close off and not consume more information, more noise. And I know this isn't easy because I still find myself reading things, watching things when it's quite late naturally. But I have found a significant improvement to the quality of my sleep and my mood the next day. Time when I put my phone down about half an hour before bed. And I've just kept things very light, like nothing too heavy, nothing that kind of stimulates your mind too much. And one of the big reasons is the light that is emitted from the phones can really keep you wired and keep you awake because the light is almost like sunlight. It gives your brain a signal that stops your body from releasing melatonin to shut down and sleep. I think serotonin, sleep, not melatonin. And so allowing yourself to shut down, to relax, to calm your mind is the start of getting quality sleep, is the start of calming down, of getting your mind in a relaxed state so that your body can go into a relaxed state and you can get that deep, high quality sleep. Another thing you can do is have a bath, relax, allow your muscles to relax, having a shower or bath just to wash and cleanse, and ideally a warm bath if you can, or warm shower. Again, the warmth of the water will just allow the body to relax, and a body that is relaxed can go into a deeper sleep state. And then on top of that, I really recommend magnesium. There is a supplement, magnesium, different forms, but magnesium allows the muscles to relax. So about half an hour before bed, I personally take magnesium and zinc, and I find this combination of supplements a really great combo to allow your body to relax. And I have some of the best sleep quality as a result of taking these supplements. And I usually take them on an empty stomach, so like not after I've had food, quite close to when I'm going to bed. Really just a boost really to like having quality sleep, not just having sleep. And if you can, and if you have the facility, try to cool down your room. Get your room down around 21 degrees before you go to sleep. A little bit lower is fine. But I find again the contrast of warming up your body, relaxing muscles, cooling down the room There's a bunch of science out there. You can go and ask ChatGPT or find it for yourself to that states how a cooler room gives your body better sleep. So if you can do it, do it. Then have a hard stop, a time that you just go to bed. You're not allowed to be up watching Netflix, scrolling your phone. It's probably one of the hardest parts, even I find to this day as I give this advice. Um, Going to sleep at a set time is not easy, especially when you have things to do or you aren't tired necessarily. It really does make a huge difference because you are setting the tone of having a time that you shut off the body into a rhythm. And that's what our bodies like. Our bodies like rhythm. It likes routine. So once you have a time and you are we there? Okay, we're back. So have a dedicated bedtime. One thing I like to do is I set on my phone and it just makes a sound and then it goes into like sleep mode automatically. I don't have to remember to do that because it goes into sleep mode and then I'm able to relax because it's down now. You've got half an hour, get yourself in bed. And I can almost guarantee if you do any of these things, all of them, you will feel amazing in the morning. You'll start to wake up with more excitement, with more drive, and you'll just make better. You'll find it easier to be in a good mood because if you are prioritizing these things and your sleep and your 7 to 8 hours, almost everything else falls into place quite easily. It becomes easier to make better decisions with your food. It becomes easier to find motivation to train, to energy to train, to show up and best to all the things you need to do in the day. It all routine. It's a very fundamental being healthy of longevity, of being in a good mood, never have a bad day or a sad day. And I really recommend implement at least one of these things. And I guarantee you, give it even a day, a week, you'll be feeling now if you aren't doing either of these things or all of them. And I try to continuously. It's never a I'm doing all these things. There's always things to improve on. As I said, putting my phone down and trying to shut off is one I'm always struggling with, but I'm always cooling the room, the showers. Those things are fairly easy to turning off the TV, discipline turn off Netflix at a certain time if you have if that's what you like to do. And it also stops you from eating, because if you are goals and you're going to, the longer you stay up, the hungrier you'll be, the more likely you are today, and mindlessly food into your mouth without even the thinking. So it has a whole host of benefits. From habitual set time, you start winning because you are beating the little voice in your Netflix. Right? You're beating that little voice that wants to take the easy road, to do what's comfortable, but it takes them to just hang out, relax, talk to your friends, play games, watch TV, watch Netflix, like whatever it is you like to do. It's not easy to say no, but I can guarantee that if you are to start the positive change in your life, because I know you start changing your habits and so get your sleep locked in, take it as seriously as you would your training, your nutrition, your supplementation. And things will start to fall into place, start to happen. It's like night and day. So I hope I think we're back. We're back. So that's my message for you today. We'll clock this now because I think internet is kind of janky right now as well.